I'm Kameron with College Primetime. This week's game of the week is Texas Tech and TCU. We're here at Texas Tech University to ask the students what they want to tell Coach Cliff Kingsbury. For the first time since 2007, Texas Tech men's basketball has defeated 2 top 25 teams in back-to-back games. You could say it was a sophomore show as guard Keenan Evans had a career high of 21 points, followed by Justin Gray and Zach Smith with 17 and 16 points respectively. Baylor ended the game with 16 turnovers, and unlike last year where Tech had the double-digit lead late in the game but lost, they pulled away with a victory. Texas Tech 84, Baylor 66. You may have noticed a little bit more greenery around the Texas Tech campus. That's thanks to a $5 million donation by an anonymous donor and Texas Tech alums for the campus beautification project. Wine in Italy, margaritas in Mexico, beer in Germany, and the Texas Tech Sub Ballroom. What could these 4 things have in common? Find out next on MCTV. The sun is rising, but are your grades falling? Find out next on MCTV. If the Tech campus seems a little more crowded this semester, it's not your imagination. For the 8th year in a row, Texas Tech has a record number of students enrolled in classes. The magic number this year, 35,893. Number 18, Red Raiders Soccer wrapped up their regular season Friday with a 2-0 shutout win at Iowa State. Senior forward Ashley Casey gave Tech the lead in the 34th minute with the first goal. Gwenny Puente had her first career goal with the Red Raiders in the 64th minute to give the team their 2-0 advantage. Construction here on campus is a common occurrence, especially with the continued growth of the university. But one project that has been in progress over the last year officially opened its doors last week. On Friday, the College of Agricultural Sciences and Natural Resources held an open house to mark the grand opening of the Bayer Plant Sciences Building. The project featured renovations of the original building along with construction of a 21,000 square foot addition featuring new labs and office space. The final cost of the entire project came in at $14.3 million, which was funded in part through a gift by Bayer Crop Science.
It's been going on like 7 years, but when we did it the first time, it was like, oh my gosh, we're getting to do a drag show somewhere other than the drag bar Sunday night at midnight. It's good because it's a safe environment. It's it's a community feeling. It's a family type feeling, and they feel good here. People have to be, exposed to it and then learn about it and then exposed to it again and learn more about it. And it just takes some people some time to get comfortable. It helps people who may have never been exposed to anything but their little world to know that we're just normal people. We live in the same community, we go to the same school, we go to work, come home,
I just saw flashing green lights. I really thought Donald Trump was here, the migrant girl. The border patrol was green, I just saw green, I was fixing around. All that would have been left here is my wig, my duct tape, and this dress.
It's good that we're getting recognized here. There's a big community here that we don't know about, and we're glad to have this opportunity so that way we can let everybody else know that you're not alone and we're here to help, we're here to support, anything anybody else needs, we're here for the support. We want everybody to come in, have a good time, and just drama-free zone. I mean, it's really a good experience to have. I know some people have some doubts about going into a Glee Club, but it's a lot better than what people say.
Bars, you have to check Adam's apples, okay? Because the next morning you might wake up and...
It's going to open doors. It's going to open a lot of doors, and people are going to see things a lot more different. Times are changing. We're here. And deal with that. I mean, girl, hello.
This is us having fun.
We're regular people, just like everybody else,
We want more peace.
My hope is that instead of turning to bullying, you would turn to educating yourself and sharing your experiences with others and getting people to know, what you have questions about. Diversity Week at Tech will help people understand that we're all here, we're all the same, and we love each other and we should take care of each other.
Kameron Court, MCTV. Campus carry going into effect August 1st has a lot of people talking about the dangers of guns and not so much about the safety aspects that they should know. Matthew Roger, a senior advertising major from Fort Worth, Texas, said it has been a good thing he's been surrounded by guns his whole life and would not change it.
Being exposed to guns has really been able to teach me the rights and wrongs from a young age. I always knew where our gun was at our house. It was always loaded, and I always knew, having an older sister, if someone was to break in, where the gun was and what I was supposed to do with it. And I would not have known what to do if I wasn't taught and had them around me growing up.
Stephen Hinkle, TTU PD administrative captain, said he's been around guns for about 25 years and has educated those around him as well.
I've always had guns in my house. Both of my kids know how to operate the weapon. They know where the safety's at. They know they never put their finger on the trigger unless they're going to use it. I've taken both of my kids to the shooting range so they know how to fire a weapon.
Ryan Ayler, a sophomore finance major from Allen, Texas, said he plans to get his CHL once he's of age, and also says people should really talk about gun basics.
They should definitely talk to you about why guns can be safe, not necessarily like bring you into it, but just tell you about, hey, this could be an option for safety. If people are more educated about it, I feel like less people would worry about it because they would know how to react or just what to do in a situation of crisis.
If you ever come in contact with a gun, there are a few things to keep in mind.
If the magazine is in the gun, then to you it should always be treated as if it's loaded. If you pick up a gun, you should always make sure to clear it, make sure the magazine's out, lock the slide to the rear so that you know there's not a round in the chamber. Then you know the gun's clear. That's the first thing with a gun. It doesn't matter if you pick one up and you know it's not loaded, you should still check it. Because that way you don't have to worry about accidental discharge. And then the second thing is never put your finger on the trigger.
Fake gun or not, loaded or unloaded, you never point it at someone. Some of the big things about safety things is knowing what type of gun you have and the ammo that you put into it. Because even if a gun looks like it's the type of ammo that will go into it, if you put it in there and fire, it's going to spark back and shrapnel can go up into their hands. So it's not just knowing how to handle a gun and, I keep it pointed at the ground, I don't aim it, I don't mess with people. You need to make sure that you actually are educated in knowing what caliber this gun is and what ammo you're putting into it.
The more you know, the safer you are around them.
Tech will be providing training in the future, but until then, more information can be found on their website. Do you believe in ghosts?
I think I do.
I do too. Have you heard about the Carol of the Lights ghost?
No, what happened?
So apparently this guy jumped off the biology building after he got a breakup letter from his girlfriend and haunts Carol of the Lights every year.
Oh my gosh, did you know that the tunnels here are supposed to be haunted?
Rumor has it that a male student would use the tunnels to sneak into the girls' dorm room. A house mother found out and supposedly put up a gate to stop him. When the student tried to find a way around the gate, he got lost and died in the tunnels. Texas Tech Police Department Administrative Captain Stephen Hinkle said he doesn't believe in ghosts, but he has heard several stories throughout his 17 years at Tech.
All the officers have heard about them, but I don't believe we've ever gotten a call pertaining to that.
Hinkle says the tunnels are mainly used for maintenance and there haven't been any reports of a death occurring in one.
Not a lot of people know about the tunnels. And if they do know about the tunnels, they just don't understand the sheer velocity, how big the tunnel system is under this campus, because there's miles of it.
Bill Dean, a Mass Comm associate professor and executive vice president of the Alumni Association, graduated from Tech in 1961 and has been involved with the university for 49 years.
Well, back in the day, students frequented those tunnels because they could go through the tunnels and wind their way up in a building and to try and get at a professor's office to steal exams.
Dean says he does not believe in ghosts but has heard the stories.
Well, I guess it's feasible, but if someone had died in there, why surely, there'd be a record of it somewhere.
Even though those other stories may not have any proof or evidence that they happened, there is one story that did actually happen here on campus.
Tell me what happened.
Okay, so it was December 4th, 1967. A custodian named Sarah Alice Morgan was cleaning what is now the Geosciences building when someone broke in and tried to decapitate her. Dean said people started taking precautions.
The door was locked, and that never happened. I mean, we had kids coming and going all night long, and so, of course, I had a key and I opened it, and when I opened the door, I was greeted by a custodian who had a knife in her belt. It was just a very tense, very scary atmosphere, and officials were really concerned about the Carol of Lights that week. But nothing happened. Everybody went home for Christmas break and came back, and they they caught the guy.
Police found Benjamin Latch guilty of cutting Morgan's throat with a scalpel in order to steal her keys for the building.
It was a terrible story. I mean, he killed this lady to get access to her keys, to get access to exams, so he could, I guess, you know, the pressure was so great to excel.
If you ever find yourself in an unsafe situation, you can always call TTU PD.
If you think somebody's in the building and is freaking you out, call us. We'll check it out for you. I mean, that's what we're here for. You know, I'm not going to say the officers won't laugh at you if you tell them it's a ghost, but yeah, knock yourself out. Give us a call.